Hello everyone and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts Tarot. It is lovely to be with you again. I'm so delighted to be back here reading again for you on a Tuesday, and hopefully I'll get to do a little bit of a channel for you which I'll record after this, and you'll find that on my YouTube as well. I had some people recently saying how they were enjoying my meditations on the YouTube channel, so I will be endeavouring to create a new meditation as well for you, just to keep you going and take it to the next level. We've had many which were about stimulating the light body, balancing the chakras, creating that blue bubble around you, inviting in the white light diamond dust to clear and clean and heal. So many people are using them for healing. So we'll move on to a next phase, a next stage. We'll see what my team want to bring through. So keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to the channel, because when these things come out, you'll get a notification, and it all happens on the same YouTube channel. So the notifications will come through when I drop the next thing, like the trendy words. I'm going to drop this meditation into my YouTube channel. Anyway, so do subscribe, because that means you'll be kept in the loop when anything comes forward, even if it's just I'm feeling as well to use this more as a news bulletin as well. So should emergency things be happening around the world, this might be a forum or a platform for just getting a message to you, just to help you through any changes. There's a lot of changes coming up. There's a lot of changes in the air, and you might just need a little bit of guidance, or maybe little short snippets just to help you go through a little bit of a change. So today is Tuesday the 29th. It's my sister's birthday. Happy birthday! And it's a lovely day for Taurians. Taurians, all about the earth energy, the land, the farmers, nature, slow moving, the solidity of the earth, the clay, the plants, the sun, the connection that makes photosynthesis, which creates our food. Our plants, our vegetables, our fruits grow from the earth. Our animals feed on these foods and grasses, and then we can eat the animals, eat the vegetables, eat the fruits, eat the nuts, the pulses, the seeds, etc. So the bounty is in our land, is in our earth, is in the earth energy. It's what sustains us. So today I'm going to do a slightly back to front version of a tarot read for you. I'm going to start with maybe the High Priestess of Light, which is a lovely deck I got as a gift. Beautiful deck, and really, every time I use it to confirm the tarot, it really does back it up, but I thought we'd just start with that. And then we might go to colours, so we'll just get it backing up with that, and then we might go dragons, Egyptians and tarot at the end. So I'll try not to waffle on too long. Hopefully I'll get through it quicker, because I'm having, can you see that, some matcha. Now I've not really had matcha. I've never had matcha in a coffee shop. I don't really go to coffee shops. I don't drink coffee. So this was something I got in a goodie bag, and it was a high quality organic matcha. And my friend had matcha one day, and I went to meet her in a coffee shop, and she was having matcha, and I was going, oh yeah, and it looked so good. This doesn't look as good, and it tastes very tea-y, but very grassy. So it kind of reminds me a bit of barley grass. I used to have barley grass a lot back in the day. So it kind of reminds me a bit of that. Maybe it's the green, but it's that real intense grassiness to it as well. And I'm not used to caffeine, so I avoid caffeine as much as I can. My system is very sensitive to caffeine, so it goes a bit haywire if I've got caffeine. And already I can feel my eyes opening up a little bit more. So I might be talking quite quickly through this, who knows, but the caffeine is certainly going to kick in and bring me focus, make me alert, make me awake. I have a lot to do today, a lot to get through between today and tomorrow. I am available for sessions. If you want a session, I can find space to bring that into my diary as well, so just let me know. But yeah, I'm just I thought, I have it, let me just try it out. I'm not sure if I made it properly. So my request is, can you tell me how you make matcha? How do you do it? Do you do it with a milk? Do you do it with a non-dairy substitute like a coconut or a oat milk? Do you do it with water? What do you add to it? And I know you're supposed to whisk it. I just have a large whisk. I don't have one of those cool little ones. I might get one. What do you use? How do you make it? How do they make it in the cafeteria? Like, how do they make it in coffee shops? So if you can give me some hints and tips, that would be amazing. Not that I want to go on this tea journey too much, because like I said, my system is very sensitive to caffeine, and I'll likely have trouble sleeping. And I also get restless leg, which caffeine can exacerbate as well. So caffeine isn't a friend of me, basically. But I just thought, for the health benefits, and just give me a little, some days you just need to focus, right? So let's just try it out, and I would love your recipes if you've got any top tips just to make it look. I mean, it's just like green liquid, really, and there's a bitterness to it, which I think is good to get your taste buds used to other flavors. We can be quite used to sweet and imparting sweet, but it's good to do bitter and sour and umami. And what's the other one? Is there a spice one? Sweet, bitter, sour, umami. Maybe there's sweet, bitter, sour, umami, and there's another one. There's 5 tastes. No. Anyway, let's get on with the read. So let me just put it down here so it's out of the way. So I've got a bit of space on my little table, and I've got my little blue stone to, oh, look at that. Oh, it's fallen away. Let me get it. So I have my blue stone to help me with the speaking, with the channeling. So we'll just pop that there. I'm going to start with this Priestess of Light, and we're going to ask for a message. Ooh, we've got 3 cards already. So I'm just going to go with those. Oh, on the bottom of the deck, we have Twin Flames. Isn't that a gorgeous card? Now, I am in the Chinese astrology. You get an animal. You look up your date of birth, and it'll connect you to an animal. So, like, currently we're in the Chinese year of the wood snake. So, Chinese year of the snake. But I am actually a tiger. So it's always interesting to find out what animal you are and what characteristics that animal has. And this is calling in the power of the tiger, that focus, that drive, that spontaneity, that, the tiger can leap forward into its life. And this mirroring is that twin flame is meeting that love partner, that person who balances you, who is a kind of a reflection of you. So everything that you've grown to be, everything that you have become, you're going to be meeting someone who is on the same level. You're going to be meeting someone who's, if you've been doing your work, they'll have done their work. If you haven't done the work, they won't have done the work. It says soul partner, eternal connection. So this is a connection that perhaps this is someone you met many, many lifetimes ago, and there is this line of connection, and you can see the light here is coming down. So this is light filled, and it is very much connected to the light. It's connected to the time. It's time to bring in this partnership, which is the higher vibration of partnership. So that's underneath. Let me just see if there's anything quick I can scan just that might help us understand that. It doesn't have to be romantic as well. So your twin flame can be someone that just meets you, reflects, you're both similar. It's like soul contracts or soul families. So your family doesn't have to be your blood family, they could be your soul family. So there might be those kinds of connections. You're beginning to create a family around you that's a soul family as well. So it's about perfectly matching resonance that vibrates with mutual recognition and higher purpose. So you'll know when the vibrations, get sensitive to that vibration, get sensitive to your own energy, get sensitive to what other people are emitting. And then once you have that awareness. It's an awareness of a frequency, awareness of a vibration, and you feel it in your body. It's, someone could be walking past you or talking to you, and they might not say anything, or they might look at you, but I often get a vroom of information, because it's not what they're saying often, it's what their body is expressing. And so someone might look at you a certain way, and it might be a nice smile, or it might be something, but their energy just hits you with a message, and you kind of go, well, did I get that right? That doesn't make sense. So it's being sensitive to that, so that when the soulmate comes in, you'll recognize it, you will feel it, you'll be resonating with it, it'll be a matching frequency. The tiger that stands between these twin flames represents great passion. This may manifest in a physical relationship or represent a project that is compelling to you. Be encouraged, for the brilliant beam of light is pure spirit, and you are being blessed and guided by divine consciousness. So get ready for a profound relationship, one of twin flame devotion to each other and a higher cause. So it's meeting that person who is on the same level and has that higher calling. So the relationship isn't just about the romanticizing, I want to be with this person forever, and this person completes me, and this is wonderful and romantic. This is much more, I meet you because we were meant to be together, so we can create something in the world that will help people and help the world, and it's our joy to come together and make this beautiful thing. Interesting. That's the underlying energy. So if any of you are looking for romance, if any of you have been alone for a while, if any of you are contemplating dating or just getting out there, or just feeling a little bit more open as you come into summer, you're kind of feeling a little bit more frisky, or you want to kind of just, flirt a little, or you want to meet more people, then do it. Because the more people you meet, the more chance you are of kind of finding that one. So our 3 cards that jumped out, I'm going to read them to read top to bottom or bottom to top? I think bottom to top. So the first one we have is touching earth, planting something new. So you can see this person is touching the earth, and they are healing the earth as well. So we talked about that Taurian energy, that nature, that natural world, Gaia, Mother Gaia, or Earth, who sustains us. And it's planting something new. So this is sowing a seed. This could be for love. This could be for anything. This could be for the project. So you're sowing this seed. Let me just look at the other cards as well. The next one is balance, stability, and standing firm. So you can stand firm and stand up for yourself and maintain balance, maintain composure, but still be strong, still be relevant, still be seen. And she has the healing hands here. And then we have calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. So this is, again, we have this huge moon here. So be aware of moon cycles, be aware of the energy of the moon. And calming the waters is calming your emotions, because the moon pulls on our emotions, but also life pulls on our emotions. So notice where life is making you emotional and learn to calm that, because it's sometimes hard to deal with things that upset us or that mess with our equilibrium. And we have to regulate that first. We have to regulate so we can step forward in a clear way, in a balanced way. There's often no need to be incredibly angry about situations or incredibly confronting about situations. That can be reactionary. So there's a need to self-regulate. One of the best ways is breath. So it brings me back to Tai Chi again. So when the emotion rises and you feel upset, when the emotion rises and you feel hard done by, breathe. Just breathe for a few moments. Regulate your system. Think of your nervous system. Think of the vagus nerve. breathe, deep breath. What does deep breath do? It automatically affects the vagus nerve. So it's calming your system, regulating your system. So you can step forward in this new way. So when emotions are overwhelming, bring peace to yourself, because this is it. You're resonating out your frequency. And if you're resonating out a frequency that is perturbed, is the word, that's what you bring in. So you must regulate, you must self-regulate and bring in balance. Because as you're planting these new seeds, you don't want the new seeds to be planted with a negative energy. You want them to be planted with positivity. You want them to be planted with love. You want them to be planted with anticipation, with desire for them to grow and flourish. So let's quickly look at a few of these. 12 is touching the earth, planting something new. The law of cause and effect. So bring greater consciousness to the casual seeds you're planting in your energetic field. Interesting. The angel of the rainbow is sending a full spectrum of light and colour to nourish your highest intentions and help them grow. And you can use her assistance to cultivate the destiny you desire. I'm getting that weird sound that comes in through the ear. It's time to consider the garden of your dreams and take action that will produce beautiful blossoms and a bountiful harvest. Is there a new project you have yet to begin? An image or an idea just forming in your mind? These seeds of inspiration are blessings from the universe, and you are the gardener being called to bring them to fruition. So, yes, it's about touching the earth and earth energy, this Taurian time. But what it's saying is planting your seeds, your goals. What do you want to manifest? What are you seeding into your frequency? What are you seeding into your auric field? On a practical level, it could indicate something new or increasing activity in the natural world. You might be creating a garden. It's funny. The other side of the house gets a lot of sun. So I have some plants that I keep in here. And today it was like, no, I'm going to bring you all to the sun. Come on, everyone, let's go out to the sun. So I brought them to the other side of the house so they could absorb the sunlight. We need the sun. We do not need to be covering the sun, blocking the sun. £50 million suddenly has been found so the UK can block the sun. We don't need that. We need the sunshine. We need the vitamin D. We need the connection to light. And if people are trying to block this higher connection to light, we need to question that. So it says you may be creating an actual garden for yourself or a place that you can draw on the peaceful energy of the earth. So it might be time to move to a much more natural environment, maybe the countryside, maybe somewhere where a little bit more plants, trees, land, even the ocean, but it's nature. You may be considering opening a flower shop or pursuing a career in a field related to agriculture, horticulture. You may find yourself volunteering to clean up the environment. Always remember to plant the seeds of optimism, self-love and belief in every goal, in every area of your life. For out of that energetic garden grows expanding joy. So it might be something, because we're in Taurus season as well, to do with food, the natural world, organic farming, connecting to nature, planting flowers, the blooms, the scents, the flowers. Today I was again using the subtle aromatherapy, going to my book on subtle aromatherapy and getting some essential oils that help during periods of change, periods of upheaval, periods where you're working on your identity, you're trying to discover and have more confidence in yourself, more esteem. Like there's so many oils that just help balance and support the system. It's wonderful. But again, it's natural, it's nature. And it's powerful nature, and it smells amazing. So touching the earth, and that's planting seeds in your auric field, and as well if you're doing manifesting, Some friends and I are going to be doing Manifesting May. So we'll be really working hard on and being diligent and having accountability to turn up and do the work. Maybe it'll become a group thing. So if you're interested, if you want to join us, maybe we could do a Zoom thing where we could meet for half an hour once or twice a week and do a meditation or do a channel message and really focus on manifesting something. So if that's what you're interested in, let me know, because I'll need to know soon. And the next one is 40, which is, foundations. 40 is all about structure and foundation, balance. So let's see what it says. It's telling you that restoring order and balance to your life will be important this time. Take a look at the energy and effort you expend every day. If something's disproportionate, it may cause you to lose your center, your stamina, and even your peace of mind. Are you engaging in too much work and not enough fun? And this is it too, if you're overworking and overgiving, there's nothing left. But also, you're spending all of your time working and there's no fun in your life. Are you too much taking care of others and too little taking care of yourself? What about practical matters? Are you eating healthily and drinking enough water? Are you getting enough muscle movement and peaceful relaxation? All these approaches can easily be abandoned when you get busy or stressed, and that's it. You got to make it a priority, and you don't know how good it is if you haven't let it into your life. Often, I say have a healing, have a relaxed time, listen to the meditation, have a card reading, have any kind of holistic session, because you will feel better afterwards. Even because you just gave yourself that 20-30 minutes of rest, of your own time, of giving back to you, that does a wonder. And you get so much from it as well. I feed back to you. You'll get the healing energy. You receive so much and you gain clarity. And then as you walk, this doesn't just 30 minutes. This goes on through your days, through your weeks. Once you've absorbed light or healing energy, it works within your system. So what I was saying is you don't know how good it is if you haven't tried it. If you want to try, if you want to find out how good that is, because there's something about it. Last week it was I felt that I was getting messages of, right, this is a strange time. This is a lot happening in the next 5 days, which ended yesterday. We want you to do healing every single day. So I did some longer healings, and then I did some 10-minute healings on myself, and I bring in my team and they do it. But it just helped sort out and clear out and lift layers and layers of stuff from my energetic fields, because you're planting new seeds. You got to clear out. It's like weeding. You got to clear out the weeds. Not the dandelions. They're amazing. Keep the dandelions. So it says all these approaches can easily be abandoned when you get busy or stressed, and then you don't realize how much you actually need it. And just think, if you had a session, even a 10 to 15 minute session, it'll just give you that reset. So you'll be better at what you're doing. And maybe you get some clarity and go, you know what, I can organize my day a bit better. Why don't I shift that to there? And everything else just makes it easier. What can I get done on a Tuesday? And then my Wednesday flows really, really easy. And it brings space, brings this openness. It says, notice the light in the palms of this priestess, in her palms. Right and left, receptive and active, are energized, extending up to the universal connection. She displays an equal focus of yin and yang energy and calls for you to become more energetically conscious. If you tend to be passive, it's time to stand firm in support of your own higher intentions. If you tend to be active with little or no reflection on meaning or purpose, now is the moment to look inward and find some balance there. You can achieve balance by simply paying attention to the needs of your daily life. When you make choices that honor your body, spirit, and personal priorities, you create stability, and stamina necessary to see you through the fruition of your greatest dreams and desires. So find that balance. What is it to you? Where do you need to renegotiate? So let's go on to calming waters, which is number 369, magic numbers. And again, this might be related to full moon coming up. I'm not sure what date the full moon is, but be aware of the light of the moon connecting with that light as well. She brings deep powers of healing energy to the earth in your life. The elk antlers she wears on her golden crown act as antennae. They've received guidance and power from the universal light, which she then channels into the earth and waters below. Her peaceful intentions are of balance and alignment. As she brings peace to the planet, she also calls you to calm the waters within your own life. It's time for you to take an honest look at your daily energy. Are things too hectic for you to maintain a calm approach to your tasks? You may feel you have no control, but you can and you must regulate the pace of your everyday activities, always devoting some time to your own peaceful priorities. The waters of life run deep, and there are often deep personal lessons that you may be aware of. You do have the ability to be self-directed, set boundaries, create balance, and stay calm and spirit connected, even in the middle of personal or professional storms. And that's why I was saying whatever's kicking off, whatever's going on, if you feel that overwhelm and you want to react, breathe first. Just take some moments to deeply breathe, because it shifts your focus, it shifts your awareness, shifts your consciousness, and it takes you just a little bit higher so you're not caught in the mess, as it were. In the face of unending and sometimes frantic demands of life, this card is telling you to stop and trust in the universe. Stop and trust in the unwavering truth of your soul's universal connection. Your peaceful yet profound faith will calm the swirling waters and bring the blessed resolution to desire. So again, that overwork, that overdoing, are you doing too much? Where are you doing too much? How can you restore the balance? And the two of them, putting the healing down to the earth, sending the healing down to the earth, calming. This again, you've got the reflection here of the moon in the background with the feathers, the moon, and here you've got the moon with the antlers. So it's all about this connection to the higher, this if you're overdoing it, you got to make space somewhere. So what did I say I would do next? Colors or animals? Let's go color. Got some messages popping up on my screen. Try and ignore them. So let me know if that resonates. Let me know if you're feeling overworked and underpaid. Let me know if that makes sense to you. If you want to establish some balance in your life, where can you give to yourself? Stopping and coming to it from a calmer perspective. Because we can panic and think, oh my God, how am I going to get everything done? And oh my God, I have to do this, and then I don't want to do it, so then I procrastinate, and then I'm not going to do it, and then eventually I will have to do it, and then, but how am I going to fit it all in? And it just kind of goes on this crazy situation. So the card that came up is silver. And it says, be persistent. Look at that, and I'm not wearing my silver today. I took all my silver off. There's a little bit of silver sparkle on this. You see? A little bit of silver sparkle. This is quite nice. But let's see what silver says. And it's number 27, which, again, is my number. And silver is very good for healing and health. So let's see what it says. Silver is the color of peace and persistence, calming nervous tension. Interesting. So if you can wear a piece of silver, or if you've got something silvery, put it on and just let the color is healing. Color doesn't exist. It's just frequencies, different frequencies. So you're tapping into this frequency. So when you wear it, you're embodying that frequency. So wear some silver. It says calming nervous tension, bringing serenity and expanding awareness. Silver also strengthens the healing process through purification, releasing diseases and density from the body, and flushing toxicity from the blood and tissues. This includes healing the kidneys and balancing hormonal function, as well as bringing clarity. Silver is also great for protecting and grounding. Strengthen your intention and resolve with silver rays of light. Da, 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 da. And it's not grey, because there is a card here for grey. It's not grey, it's silver. So silver bits of jewellery with silver, even a silver colour nail varnish or a silver top, anything with a little bit of silver in it. It says, I am confident, clear and persistent. Wonderful things now flow into my life at the perfect time. I'm confident, clear and persistent. Wonderful things flow into my life at the perfect time. And it says, remember, when you continuously focus on positive attention on a goal, continuously focusing positive intention on a goal, it is impossible not to manifest it. So you do need that focus. So bring silver into your life in some way. Wear a piece of silver, even if you don't like silver jewellery. Put it in your pocket. Put a piece of silver in your pocket. If you've got a silver coin, anything just to remind you about silver. If you're a painter, paint with some silver. I use some silver in some of my paintings as well. They're kind of metallic. I used some metallic colours and paints, and it's lovely to have that sheen on some of the pieces of work. And I really want to do a massive big abstract with lots of whites and blues and silvers and things in it. I want to do so much art, but I'm doing a sale. I'm doing a sale in May. I'm trying to create some room because I've got limited space. So I'm going to be doing a sale of artwork in May. If you're interested in that, just message me and we can talk about that. And so I want to create some new work as well. So silver, bring silver into your life. Very interesting. Let's go to an animal. So this is animal totems, the medicine cards. Interesting, we've got the little lightning here as well. But let's do a shuffle for, can we have one totem please, for today and this week, because this reading is for this week, but also it can run into the next few weeks. Sometimes I say things and it comes to fruition the following day, the next day, perhaps within the week, perhaps within the year. So it depends. There's layers upon layers of information here. So that's quite a lot. There's 2 men in it came out there, so they all turned over at one time. So we won't go with that one. I'm going to get rid of this little message because it's bugging me. There we go. Because it distracts one, doesn't it? Oh, otter. Otter is very, very nice. Otter is, from memory, well, it's 8. So 8. So think infinity. Think infinity sign. And there is someone on, I think she might be on YouTube, but also Pam Gregory has mentioned her before, and she talks about the infinity sign, but she talks about it sending it out from your heart. So you send the figure of 8 out and around and back to you, and out and around and back to you, and your goal is in front of you. So you're sending this infinity sign out to your goal and back into you, and out to your goal and back into you. There's also a walk you can do, infinity sign on the earth. So you can put like 2 stones in the ground and then you just walk around them as an infinity sign with your manifestation goal in your mind, and it creates magic. So we've got the 8 with the otter, and the otter is about the feminine energy, the sleek energy, you know, an otter through the waters, and beautiful coat of an otter. That's what I remember from the little Bible. So we'll go to the Bible. As you can see, it's well worn. A lot of my books are well worn. July 2008. Gosh, that seems like such a long time ago, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Okay. Woman medicine. So for all the ladies, let's see what it's saying to us. The medicine held by Otter is a set of lessons in female energy. So that sleekness, that flirtiness. I was saying that earlier, that flirty, you want to get out, you want to meet someone, that flirtiness, and it doesn't mean male, female, but there is something about bringing that divine feminine to your energy, particularly if you're a woman. Tune into that. So anyway, I'll go on with it. The medicine held by Otter is a set of lessons in female energy. This applies to both men and women, as all of us have female sides. Okay. The otter's hide is very often used to make medicine bags for powerful women because it represents balanced female energy. What do we talk about? Balanced female energy. And the twin flames, that reflection, brings the balance. Fantastic. Otter is very caring of its young, and it will play for hours. At home, in both of the elements, earth and water, Otter is the personification of femininity. Long, sleek, that's what it's getting at, graceful. Otter is the true coquette of the animal world. Otter is always on the move and very curious. Otter will not start a fight unless it is attacked first. This joyful little creature is adventuresome and assumes that all other creatures are friendly until proven otherwise. The character traits are the beauty of a balanced female side, the side of ourselves that creates a space for others to enter our lives without preconceptions or suspicions. Otter teaches us that the balanced female energy is not jealous or catty. It is sisterhood, content to enjoy and share the good fortune of others, anchored in the understanding that all accomplishments are worthwhile for the whole tribe. Otter people express joy for others. So that's the thing, that perhaps you're missing out on something, perhaps someone's doing well in something and maybe you didn't get what you needed, or you're not doing so well, but they deserve whatever they get. If they're doing well, that's great. So celebrate that in them. And then when your time comes, they'll celebrate that in you, and you'll feel good about celebrating that in you, because there is enough for everyone. And the cards fall where they may fall. But there's no need to be jealous of another, because if you're doing that, if you're looking at someone and you're going, why does she get to do that? And why is that working okay for her? And why? Because, whatever. But in a sense, if it's coming from you, you're kind of saying, well, why can't I have that? Why isn't my life working that way? So your energy, you're wasting all that energy by focusing all that energy on someone, when you can actually accumulate that energy within you and use it, grind it, make it work for you. It's yours. Why are you giving it away to somebody else? It's your energy. We got to learn how to tune into our energy, how to expand our energy, how to clean and clear our energy, how to heighten our energy, and then how to use that energy for ourselves. And then we won't mind other people doing well. In fact, that helps us. It makes us more ambitious. It makes us want to achieve. It makes us stimulated to give more, to be more, to become more. So it says, women energy without game, and women can be a bit controlling. They can play games. They can be bitchy. There can be a lot of jealousy and cattiness, but that's almost toxic female energy. So this is asking us to grow into true, honest, feminine energy. So we need to leave that personification, that way we've been taught to compete and ridicule and attack. And we need to move back into our full femininity, which is creative energy, creative flow. But there is no boundary there. It is always flowing. and female energy is about receiving. So anyway, I'll read on. Women energy without games or control is a beautiful experience. It is the freeness of love without jealousy. It is the joy of loving other people's children and their accomplishments as much as you love your own. So there's no difference. People say the love of your own child is an amazing thing, but even more amazing is loving your own child and then sharing love for others' children, being mother to others' children, sharing that open heart. There shouldn't be boundary to love. When you see the spark in the eye of a child, you should be able just to be loving towards that child. It does not have to be born of you. Okay, it may be time to examine your feelings about sharing the bounty of your life with others. Otter may be saying that the finer qualities of women need to be striven for in both men and women so that unity of spirit can be achieved. This would involve destruction of jealousy and of all acts of anger which stem from fear, because it's the fear that you're not able to get there. Bear with. So my spirit really moves my energy. My tummy. It would mean keeping a hawk eye on your ego and maintaining total trust. It would mean a world full of people coming together to honor the right of each person to be. If you've drawn this card, this symbol, Otter may be telling you to become the playful child and to simply allow things to unfold in your life. That takes a lot of trust. It may be time to stop your addiction to worrying. Otter also teaches the importance of not hanging on to material things that would bind you or become a burden. In looking at how you can learn from Otter's habits, you might look at the joyousness of the receptive side of your nature. Have you given yourself a gift recently? Have you received any messages in your meditations? Become the otter, move gently into the river of life. Flow with the waters of the universe. This is the way of balanced, female, receptive energy. Honor it. In doing so, you will discover the power of a woman. So as well, it's that female energy that you can bring in so you can receive this divine twin flame. This divine energy is coming in and you are going to receive it with grace, with flow, with openness, and not having that, that thing with women competing over a partner or having jealousy over. But when you're in your completeness and you're just accepting and you're vibrating at that frequency which locks you in and attracts that twin flame to you, there's no need to be jealous or frustrated at other people. If you're unhappy in your own situation, you've got to shift your frequency to either move you out of it or to move it to a better level, a higher level, so it can move into a higher frequency relationship. Interesting stuff today. So a lot of divine feminine, a lot of balance, a lot of planting for the future, of maintaining that calm, serene. If you're over anxious, you that's what you're giving out. You got to calm that system down, and you got to use that silver. Wear that silver. Bring silver into your life. Okay, I do love the dragons, so let's go to a dragon. I was working with Thor's red, black and gold dragon all week, so it's good to work with the dragons for anything personal that you want help with. Just shuffle and find out which dragon is going to come in and help you. And they are very powerful, and they do that energy. It's just a description of an energy, but that energy will come in and move mountains, basically. So wherever you need help. So what do the dragons want to tell us? Can we have a dragon card just to give us another insight into this divine feminine energy, which again is the moon. The sun is solar, is yang, is often considered the masculine energy. The moon is yin, is lunar, and it is considered the female energy. So watch out for the moon energy and moon activity. So two cards have dropped out. Don't know what they are. White gold dragon from Lyra connects you to the highest Christ light. Develop your causal chakra bathe in ninth dimensional Christ light. So that's beautiful. Your causal chakra is here, and that actually links to the moon. So if you open your causal chakra, you will receive divine feminine energy. So it doesn't mean girl energy or, it's just the feminine energy, which is incredibly powerful, by the way. And the highest Christed light. So we are having more of this Christ consciousness light, which is also coming down and from particularly the sun, through the sun, should I say. And we also have Kuan Yin's pink dragon, brings a firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolve by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. This beautiful, beautiful Kuan Yin. It's that energy of peace, of gracefulness, and compassion. Kuan Yin is all about compassion. So you have to be able to open your heart and be compassionate to everyone around you, to yourself, to your enemies. It's time to stop having enemies and open the heart for compassion, because that's the only way we're going to kind of get through as a community. We're not just a community within our street, but we have to be a community in the world. And that doesn't mean one world order. It just means we all have to wake up to what's going on and value ourselves, our humanity, value who we are, in order to succeed or to thrive. Okay. So, white gold dragon from Lyra. Let's see what the white gold dragon from Lyra wants us to know. How are you? Thank you for following me. All the new people who are following, I really appreciate it. And all my regular followers, I really appreciate you as well. And if you leave comments, I love reading the comments, and I really appreciate it. And it just kind of makes me happy. So a little comment would be bring joy into my life. And I'm in my feminine energy. I am happy to receive your kind comments. And like I said, suggestions about the maca. Maybe I should have it. No, I won't. Because this is a caffeine, right? So we've got this card. So let's see what it says. Lyra is the cross-shaped 12th dimensional stargate through which Archangel Christiel and the unicorns enter our universe. The light from Lyra pours down through the moon, allowing scintillating 7th dimensional dragons to step through into the vibrations of Earth. These white gold dragons embody the highest frequency of the Christ light available to everyone on this planet. They work closely with Archangel Christiel, who is in charge of the development of the causal chakras of humanity. This is particularly important now, as our causal chakra is our connection to the higher dimensions of spirit, the dragons, angels, unicorns, and masters. The white gold dragons from Lyra help to clear and develop our causal chakra and illuminate our highest possible ascension path. Part of me is now thinking maybe I should be doing a meditation on, certainly we do grounding, opening up our energy, but moving into causal, opening the causal chakra, working a little bit more with the causal chakra. The guidance here is these white dragons are attracted to you now because you already carry Christ light in your aura. Ask one to take you to the 9th dimensional pool of Christ energy held in Lacume. Visualize yourself bathing in the pool, which shimmers and swirls with pure love and light. Feel yourself absorbing all you are ready to receive. When you return, continue to feel the white gold light in your aura and practice pure unconditional love in your daily life. Your aura will radiate the incredible high frequency of white gold, and the white gold dragon from Lyra will support you, continuing to pour Christ light into you. Take time to find quiet, still place where you can listen to its wisdom and guidance. So that's lovely. Again, causal chakra, accepting this moon energy frequency, which is the feminine energy, bathing ourselves in this Christ light. And this dragon is coming in because you're already carrying this Christed light. You're already embodying it. So we just need to work with these dragons a little bit more. So let's see what Kuan Yin's pink dragon says to us. As I said, thank you for all the likes. Give us a thumbs up, or like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And let's see if I can find this one. They've not got numbers on them, so they're harder to find. There is a silver dragon here, but I didn't get that. There we go. On the back. So on the back we have gold and silver violet flame dragon. Transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic and healing. Offer service under grace. So that's nice. We've got a little bit of silver there to back us up, so that's good. But one of the main dragons was Kuan Yin's dragon. So Kuan Yin was a great and revered dragon master who lived for 2,000 years in China. Her fifth dimensional pink dragons create special portals for her so that she can go through them and rest in the higher planes. This is how she was able to maintain her physical body for such a long period. Kuan Yin's dragons are the most beautiful pale pink colour, the luminous pink of the sacral chakra. They will pour their transcendent love into any cords that tie us to others, whether from this life or any other, in any dimension or plane or existence, dissolving all karma under the law of grace. The sacral is often seen as orange, but there's a higher vibration of it as well, which can be seen as pink. Choosing this card offers you an opportunity to heal all your relationships, including those from past lives that you may be unaware of. Ask Kuan Yin's beautiful pale pink dragons to dissolve the cords that still tie you to others, and sit quietly while they do so. So it's cord cutting. You may sense or feel them releasing you completely. Take a moment to feel the freedom that this offers you. These great-hearted dragons will then help you to see with the eyes of love, look for the divine in everyone, and be aware of all situations from a higher understanding, knowing that Kuan Yin's gentle pink dragons are by your side. These gracious dragons will enable you to enrich your relationships and transform your friendships. They will help you to treat all people with greater respect, care, and love than ever before. Remember to thank them for enhancing your life. That's quite powerful as well. So that's a cord cutting exercise, which again, once you do that, and it creates this healing, it dissolves the connections to the past, and that allows your energy body to change, your auric field to change. So now we're going to Egyptians, and then that brings in a new vibration. So it seems to be self-work, in order to sow the seeds in a much more hospitable environment. These goals, these manifestations that you want to create, which you are creating with every thought, with every feeling, but you just have to become a bit more conscious of, a bit more determined. So if your life isn't going the way you want it to, you need to revise what you want. You need to make it a focus. You need to really give it energy, give it that positivity, that optimism. So we've got one that dropped out. Stars and timing. Seeker systems. Okay. So we'll just go with the one that jumped out, and the book is here. So it's Nuit. And it's interesting, we've got the sun here in her outfit. We've got all of the stars, and we have got the moon. And if any of you saw that swirling that was in the sky, they had images of this swirling that was spotted in space in the night sky, and people were taking videos of it. It's very much like that, isn't it? It's very much like, which this is probably a galaxy, but it had that kind of look about it, and they said it was a satellite that was blowing off some fuel, and then it created this pattern. But it's interesting, it's the same kind of pattern. But here we have the sun, the moon, and the stars. So again, this is kind of astrologically, and she has her feet on the ground and her hands on the ground. So again, this connection to the ground. It says stars and timing. So everything also has its correct timing. for things to fall into place. So divine timing, and the world is changing, and this is we are moving into the age of Aquarius. We are moving into something called solar maximum, when the sun is at its most powerful and it's sending off all of these flares, and we're moving into this different part of the galaxy, this different area of the galaxy, which is called the photon belt. So there's a lot of changes cosmically happening that are actually affecting us, but you might be so focused on your everyday life that you're not realizing that you're actually bombarded by cosmic and radiation from our galaxy, our planet, our Milky Way, constantly. So, or our position as a planet in the Milky Way, I should say. So we are planetary beings. We are just suspended in the vastness of the universe. We have to remember that. So let's see what it says. Nuit is a primal mother goddess, so again with the divine feminine, whose body is arching, star-flecked sky. Whose body is the arching, star-flecked sky. She was separated from her husband, the earth god Geb, so humans could live on earth. Her father and the sun god Ra forbade her to give birth to her 5 children, Auset, Osiris, Nephisis, Horus, and Set. But Tahuti gambled with the moon god, Khonsu, for 5 extra days so this could occur. Nuit symbolizes separations and delays, but eventual success by divine intervention. So that's just a little fable. You get the little fable with each one. And she says, I am the goddess of the day, sky, and the starry night. I am mother of Auset and of all Egypt, and I tell you, the answers you seek are to be found in numerology, astrology, and the correct timing of events. Be patient with your fate for now, and ask for divine intervention from myself and Tahuti to allow you what you sincerely seek. Sorry. I need more tea. Watch out for unexpected bills and take care with investments. Money owing to you may be delayed. Interesting. Difficulty, even if you feel a love relationship is a soulmate relationship, there may be some past life contracts involved, which is interesting because we have Kuan Yin coming in to cut the cords from the past life elements. At work, patience and a good sense of humour is required now, until present astrological and numerological influences pass. And this is it as well. We can't get too bogged about things that are happening because it's happening due to the energy, due to the planets, due to the position of the planets, due to which way things are moving. It brings up things for us, for different individuals at different times, depending on what sign you are and when your birth chart, etc., etc. But they all have effects. They all bring challenges and opportunities as well. So sometimes you have to just breathe for things to pass a little. It's good for a travel to Egypt, South America, India, or Greece. But to have a psychic reading first. Don't travel during Mercury retrograde. With health, consider numerology and astrology for insights on your current situation. Finding positive and new adventures will flourish. New ventures will flourish after initial delays. So things are happening, but this is just reminding us about the astrology of the moment, and that is bringing stuff up for us to deal with. So particularly April is considered the actual start of the year. So we often think of the start of the year as January, Happy New Year, but astrologically the last sign is Pisces and the first sign is Aries, and Aries is an April sign. So that Aries energy is considered, in astrology, you might say, the new year. So it's getting us clear on sowing these new seeds in the Taurian. We're now in Taurus, so we're sowing in the earth. we're using the earth and the sun and the natural elements to grow these seeds, to farm and create what we want to farm and create, and use this figure of 8 to set our intentions, to bring to us, to help manifest to us what we need. But understanding that there is astrology at play, and numerology as well. You might want to use some numbers to help you. There are numbers for different things. What is his name? I can't remember his name, but there's a guy who does a number thing as well. So I think I've gone through all of my decks. Oh my god, I've only got a couple of seconds left and it's an hour. That was interesting. So hopefully that resonates. Do let me know if it does. Do let me know if it makes sense. If it seems to be your situation, if it's brought clarity, and if it's given you something to focus on, something to work on, something to be open to, something to embrace. Yes, we've gone over the hour. So we're going to do a couple of tarots now just to bring it all together. I won't, that's another one. Don't know what it is. I won't, that one. Can I have one more, please? One more, please. For my audience who is watching, can we have one more tarot to give them a message? One more tarot to give them a message, please. Angels, spirits, guides, come forward. Oh, thank you. Well, those two kind of came over as well. Let's see what we can get from all of this. Okay. Right. So the first card is the Tower. So the Tower, as you can see, it was interesting because I was thinking about that when I had the lightning on the back of the totem, because the lightning comes in and strikes here in the Tower. So I was wondering, would that come up? So the Tower is a card of change, massive change, and it usually means people moving in or out of a building or a home. So changing the occupants often within an environment. So people might be leaving your work, people might be moving into your work, people might be moving into your apartment block, or moving out to your neighbours, etc., etc., or even into your own home. Someone may decide to move out or even move in. But this is a big change. And what it's saying to us as well, it's saying that the Tower has to collapse because these foundations actually are not built strong. They're not built to hold this building, they're to hold us. So everything is going to collapse in order that we can rebuild. So we're rebuilding something here. And we kind of are frightened of the Tower card because it is quite a destructive card. Look at these waves. They're literally crashing against this building and going to knock it over. So there's incredible power coming in to make this change. And it can feel destructive. We've got a fire here. So fire energy, solar energy. You might be seeing a lot more fires as well. You might be seeing and hearing about fires. Don't know why my throat's going now. But it's the collapse, it's the breaking down of something. It's also the breaking down of establishment. It's also the breaking down of something that has been built for a while, but it's starting to crumble. You're starting to see cracks in it. We've got some cracks here. We're starting to see the cracks in this establishment, cracks in this building that we all thought was secure, was helping us, was keeping these established positions that people have that we thought was keeping us safe and secure. They're going to come crashing down, and we're going to come crashing down with it. So how do we manage that? It's going to make us a bit upset, this change, this difficult period. It's going to make us a bit upset. We're going to have worries, thoughts. Oh my God, my throat at the moment. Where's my stone? I'm just going to hold this. So this might be insomnia. It might be worrying at night. You might wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh, I've got this to think about, that to think about. What about this? What about that? How am I going to do that? All of these different things. What choices do I make? Which way do I go? So it's a difficult period where you're not getting enough sleep, where you need to rest more, where you need to get clarity. You can see that there's a lot of stuff going on in the bed sheet there that she has. There's balance. We've got the scales there for balance. We've got hearts all over that. So there is love elements here as well. We've got the couple here. So again, the love elements coming in. And the jug, pouring, we said that before, pouring from one jug. Which jug are you pouring from? How much are you giving out? What are you keeping to yourself? And then we've got the butterflies along here. So the butterflies represent transformation. So we're changing this. So this difficulty, this change, this element that made us feel like we were lost at sea, that made us feel like we were not supported, that made us feel like we had no safety net, right? There's no safety net here. And that's worrying to us. And that's kind of on our mind. The swords are all about the mind. So then we're looking at our options. Then we're looking at everything. So we're starting to self-reflect. We're starting to say, okay, so what have I got in my life? What do I want in my life? What do I want to manifest? What do I want to bring in? Let's categorize things. Let's look at my opportunities. Let's look at the choices I have, the choices that I can make. And how is this a reflection of me? How is this a reflection of my energy? Because when you change your energy, everything changes. So you have the power to do that. You have the power to change your energy. And the next cards that came out were the Ten of Wands, which is the empath. So you're the empath card. You feel everything deeply. You feel emotion deeply. You feel others' emotions deeply. And sometimes you can be feeling others' emotions and then block your own because you're so aware of, oh, well, I don't want to upset them because what if they feel that way about something that I say, or if I'm trying to express myself, I don't want to hurt them, because the empath never wants to hurt another person because they understand pain. So you're carrying this load, you're carrying this, and you're carrying it for them as well, and you're not willing to express yourself because of this empathetic nature that you have. So this is telling us, lay down some of this. Don't take over other people's energies. You're not responsible for other people's energies. You're responsible for yourself and to protect your own energy. This is you carrying a load. You're doing too much. You're overextending your energy. You're trying to do everything for everybody. You need to just stop that for a moment and tune into your own self and use your skills, use your manifestation skills to move through a new doorway, to create what you need to create. The Magician often has the figure of 8 on the traditional card. So again, we're using the figure of 8, we're using the infinity sign. We're using that to help us manifest what we want to create and make it happen on the earth. Drawing down that divine energy, make it real on the earth. And there is positivity here in that. And there was another couple of cards that came out. Because you are the Queen of Cups, you are that feminine energy. The water signs particularly are very much divine, feminine, sensitive, emotional, flirty, loving, caring, very much, their emotions are just here so they can cry very easy. They're very much giving of the heart. She's here giving her cup. So this might be you, always heart energy, always giving, always emotionally, but maybe feeling that you're a bit on your own, maybe feeling that you're a bit rejected, maybe feeling that you're a bit having to hold your emotions in, having to control your emotions. Whatever's happening is making you feel overwhelmed with emotions. So the emotions will have to flow, the emotions you'll have to shed those tears. Tune into there's a lot happening in the oceans with the whales and the dolphins at the moment. So tune into that healing frequency of the whales and the dolphins to help you heal during this phase. Because you are the Empress. You are the Empress, and the Empress reaps what she sows. She is here in front of these fields of wheat that she has sown, she has tended to, and she has got the bounty here, the cornucopia of fruits and grains. She has received everything, and she is watching. She's watching everything that she's grown. So it's having that fertile energy, knowing that you have that creative, fertile, powerful energy. You can bring what you need to the table. You can harvest. You can, collecting grain means that you can then sell the grain to make the flour, to make the bread. So it's at these different phases. You're dealing with things at different phases, but they can come to fruition. They can make something happen. She's also the card of pregnancy, fertility. So this openness to a partner, this sowing new seeds to invite in this partner, this being open to a relationship, open sensually. That's the Queen, that's the Empress. So emotionally open, the Queen is offering her heart, but she's also offering this this fertileness, this groundedness. You know, she's in nature, very much in nature. And the poppies and the robes and the roses all over her dress, so that romantic element coming in as well, that you know, throughout any droughts or any difficulty on the farm, the waters are still flowing, the fertility is still there, there's still growth, it's feed the seeds, nurture them so they can grow. It's like me putting the plants by the window. Give them what they need, the sunlight. Give your ideas what they need, and they need energy. Give your ideas what they need focus. They need channeled energy and focus, vibration, magic, magician, feminine energy. So that's your reading for today. Do let me know if it resonates. Do let me know. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of change, and particularly for women who are more sensitive and feel things deeper, let's say, we have this hormonal structure that makes us feel deep at different times of the month and receive information differently at different times of the month. It's just the way we're built. It's just our hormone system. So just be aware of how you're receiving the world, where you are in that monthly cycle, and how to calm any aggression or any self criticism. So we can get into that as well. So be careful of that, cutting the cords, bringing in that astrological element, bringing in the divine feminine, and just creating the world that we. It's funny, isn't it? We're talking divine feminine, and we've got the Queen of Cups and the Empress here. So it is about using that divine feminine energy. And like I said before, if you do want to work with me and a group of our friends in manifesting, it is possibly going to be a group thing, a Zoom thing, and should that interest you, let me know, because the more you get a group together, you all focus, and so the energy is bigger, the focus is bigger, and you create magic. But I will leave that with you. I hope it helps. I hope it resonates with you. Give us a thumbs up. It does help, and I would love to hear from you. And have a great day. Have a great week. If you've got any questions, or if you want to book your own personal reading, you can get in touch. I can do that in person here in London, but also at distance. I read for some people quite regularly at distance, in emergency situations as well. Sometimes people just need clarity on a few things, and that is possible too. But that's my blessing on the 29th of April, Taurian season. Remember about that, sowing those seeds. Remember about the fertile ground. That's it as well, the fertile ground. You need to plough the ground, make it fertile, so that you can grow what you need to grow. And how do you do that? You plant your emotional and energetic seeds in the best energetic environment, and you give it the focus and love, the love energy, to watch them grow. So I'm very excited, and I can't wait to see what wonderful things are going to grow for you. So do let me know. And if it's a project you're working on and you want to reach out, you would like me to work with you on it, just let me know as well. Always open to ideas and opportunities. So take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Okay, lots of love. Bye.